Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Let me get some music playing for you in the background while we go through. Welcome to Rathe. We're going to talk about Alpha as well as Unlimited. It has been a while since we've done a WTR Alpha or WTR Unlimited update. It's been about 3 weeks. So the data that when you see last week, it'll be 3 weeks ago. And then that's kind of the way it will go. Before we get into this, if you want to support the channel, there is a Patreon over at patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Gets you access to this wonderful collection tracker that tracks the value of your collection whenever I do a video. So I just did WTR, so WTR updated. All the prices automatically update on your collection tracker. It looks a little bit bigger than this, but is what it is. Great way to do it. And then you also get 5% off all singles at minmaxgamesfab.com. So it's a great way for you to get some cards and save some money. All right, let's hop into WTR. We'll talk about Alpha first. Booster boxes, kind of all over the place over the last 3 weeks. I'm going to go with 37.50 here. That seems to be about where they're falling. You've got sold listings on 210 at $4,000, currently available for 38.50, and then on eBay sold listings at 37.50, which was last week. You had one sold for 3,500 and 3,752. So I'm going with that price point, which is down 1% from where it was last time we did it. Unlimited boxes are available between $60 and $65, depending on where you're buying from, for Unlimited. All right, let's talk about the Heart of Feyendale. Unlimited Heart has taken a hit over the last couple weeks. I think the supply of WTR, and you can see the box prices going down, the supply of WTR has resulted in a lot of stores opening up product. You know, I did that. We saw a lot of that going on TCG Player. The supply of these cards has just been added like crazy. So we're down to 190 for the Heart of Feyendale Unlimited. Talking about Alpha then, let's take a look at the boxes and see what's going on. Spring Tunic is a weird one. You can argue the sale if you want to. You can tell me whatever you want to value this at. If you are buying a Tunic, you should really do your own homework. I track last sold listings. Let me show you 2 sold listings here. We had one sell on January 14th. That sold for $4,800. That looked pretty clean. And then we had an auction. So this was a best offer that was accepted, which always tend to be a little bit higher. But on January 13th, we also had one sell for $3,351. And then the 14th one sold for $4,800. And then recently on February 23rd, we had one sell for $3,250. Keep in mind, condition is king for all these cards. And if you find one that is in pristine, really good condition, and you want to take a gamble on it and you think it might come back a 9.5, you're probably willing to spend a little bit more. But a regular one that is just raw, that you think is probably going to come back like a 9, seems to be going for about $32.50, which is what we track. We track raw prices, not 9s and not potential 9s. So last sold listing was $32.50. I wish it was higher as an owner of a Tunic who paid more than $32.50. Okay, the other thing we have sold is a Scab Skin Leathers. This one is actually a PCG 9 that sold on March 6th for $1,225. Again, usually 9s we tend to go with, even like BGS 9s we tend to say are basically the raw pricing. You can do your own work on this too. February 23rd, we had a raw one sell for $830. And then January 30th, we had one sell for $1,550. So I'm going with this 9 that sold for $1,225 on our price point here, which puts it down from the last time we did this. So okay. Let's move on to, your average legendary is sitting there at 2,229. Looking at the cold foil commons, pretty soft this week as well, with the exception of Breaking Scales going up to $438. This was on eBay as well. Breaking Scales, I also pulled up Refraction Bolter, so I guess we'll talk about that instead. Breaking Scales went up to $438, and Iron Rock Gauntlet went up to $311. Refraction Bolters down 22% to $467. As you can see here, you've got some sales. You got a sale at $500 last month, a sale at $386 last month, and then a sale at $467. These are kind of all over the place. Iron Rock Gauntlet, another one that was up this week at $311, also sold in January for $234. So just keep in mind, these are kind of all over the place. Helm of Eyes and Peak sold for $300. Heart and Crash Strap sold for $300. Hope Merchant's Hood sold for $250. Barkbone Strapping sold for $205. There's been a lot of softness to the cold foil commons. You guys remember way back when I was saying cold foil commons at 300 was a deal, and that's when things were, we started seeing these legendaries at an average of like $3 to $4 grand or something like that. I don't remember exactly when the average was. I would say that this is starting to get to a point where if these legendaries are going to continue to hold an average of 2,200, you may see these be a decent buy. The supply is so large on them, and a lot of people bought them at between 250 and 350. So I think that's kind of a sticky point for a while. That the $300 price point I think will be here for a while, as a lot of people bought in at this point. This is where a lot of people bought at the 300. I bought a lot at $300. So I think this is going to be a sticky price point until people are willing to take a loss. It'll be really interesting to see if that happens or if the price point starts to move up. But that 300 average is a number that has been pretty sticky, and I think will remain until people say, okay, I want something else. So we'll see what happens. Majestics, no real sales on the rainbow foil Majestics. The regular Majestics are up 5%. You saw Steel Blade Supremacy sell for $500, Crippling Crush sell for $500, Blood Rush Bella sell for $335, Alpha Rampage for $39. So a lot of push here on the first edition Majestics, but no real sales on the rainbow foils. Super rares, you've got an average up of 2.6%. You had some of the rainbow foil down. We had a Crazy Brew sell for $150. No huge conversation points here. We'll get into unlimited here, and we can talk about the meta shifts and that kind of stuff. You do have some interaction going on with the mainly the rainbow foil commons and rares. There is some buying happening. These are, keep in mind, we use TCG low. So what this means is when it's up 4%, that means that some have sold and the low percent has gone up. But there is some interaction, some people buying some cards that were alpha in those things. So your EV on this is sitting at, if you only use if you don't include the regular commons, you're sitting at $1,889 per box. If you don't include the Fable, so you're just going to open up one case, on average you should see $1,619 per box. If you just open up a box and you don't want to include hitting the Fable, you're sitting around $1,000 per box. So it's never worth it to open WTR unless you're having fun doing it, because you can't put a price on fun, people. You can't beat fun, All right, so a lot of the value here is in your legendary cold foil. That's the important part. It's basically hit a legendary cold foil or fabled or bust, and even if you hit a legendary cold foil, you can not make your money back on a $4,000 box, which is an important thing to note. All right, unlimited. Unlimited. What's going on? You've got Tunic going up 9% at $150. You've got Tectonic Plating down. This was a huge buy for a while. This card shot up. Let's see, where's Tectonic Plating? Yellow. This card shot up even above 100 and right at like $150, even a little bit above $150 for a while, and then it kind of has dripped back down to around $75. You've got Brave Forge Bracers, which is up to 73, Scab Skin Leathers, which is down to 61, and Mask of Momentum, which is down to 94. Tectonic Plating doesn't surprise me, because I think a lot of people who played in the ProQuest and now are done in ProQuest, didn't win Pro Tour, may be selling their Bravo deck with some anticipation that there does get some interaction with Bravo Star Show in the meta or from LSS. So I think there's a little bit of interaction there with Tectonic Plating, a little bit of fear that some bannings might happen or some different changes might happen to the format, or somebody will figure out Bravo and then Bravo won't be the star of the show anymore. So people kind of finishing up their ProQuest and selling their cards is my gut. You got the Rainbow Foil Majestics are down 5% and the regular Majestics are up 37%. I don't know what to tell you. Players market. This is people want the cheapest version of the card. That's what's going on. We got ProQuest season. People are still figuring out and building their decks. I do think that we will start seeing some people start to, again, as ProQuest season wraps up, I do think there's going to be a conversation piece of people selling some of their decks and that kind of thing as they switch to a new meta as we move forward. But a lot of stuff is up. You've got Alpha Rampage way up, Ancestral Empowerment way up. You've got Blood Rush Bellow way up. Crippling Crush way up. All these cards way up as people are building decks and TCG Player Supply. I still think, we'll get to the end, but I still think opening up WTR instead of selling sealed for stores is the play. Because sealed's just not moving at all. Rainbow Foils, you're down 20% to $1 on the super rares and down 2% to 50 cents on the regular. No huge changes. A lot of downwards pressure on the unlimited rainbow foil and non-foil commons and rares. But all in all, I was wrong. Yeah, I was definitely wrong. All in all, you are not seeing a ability to make much money here off of opening up boxes. You have a huge amount of money here in your regular Majestics. You will get $18 per box in regular Majestics on average, which is up 37%. But keep in mind that you only get 2 regular Majestics between 2 and 3 regular Majestics per box. So it is a little bit hard. And then your legendary being down so much really hurts. As you can see, the legendary is a huge percentage of this. So if you're just going to open up one box, you're actually up this week to $35. But if you include the legendary, you are up to $58. So about you kind of break even, I guess. If you can get boxes for 60, that's pretty similar. But the Fable not being worth much doesn't really add much of a value. So it doesn't seem super worth it to open up unlimited, to be honest. I think your best bet, if you have unlimited product, is to play sealed with it, because WTR sealed is a absolute blast. It's super fun to play, and that is by far the best way to enjoy this product if you are opening it. So hope you have a great day. This is all available to you in a spreadsheet form and a collection tracker at KitchenTableTCG.com or patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. You can see the value of your collection as it updates whenever I do videos like this. It has all the sets and all the things. And then it also gets you access to that discount code over at minmaxgamesfab.com for 5% off. So hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.